Hi folks, and welcome back here for another Cinema 4D tutorial. Today I'd like to share an English version of the Sphere Cubique tutorial by 2H3D Graphics. It's released in French, so there were a couple of requests to do an English version, so I hope they don't mind me doing it. And actually it's all about recreating something like this transition effect made by Andrew Kramer with his 3D element in After Effects. And we're going to do something similar in Cinema 4D. Okay, so the first thing we're going to create is just a cube. I think it was something like 30 centimeters in each direction. I'm not sure, it doesn't really matter. Give it a fillet caps like one, more like so. Okay, so create a cloner, drop your cube into your cloner and make a sphere like so. Tell the sphere to be I think it's icosahedron, and tell the cloner to be in object mode and drag the sphere into the object slot. So now we have something like this, and we're going to set the up vector to +y, and we're going to set the distribution to be on the vertices. So if you don't care about intersection, then you can leave it like this, but I don't like it. I'm going to scale down my cubes a bit. 25 I think will make it here. Okay, well, it's looking okay. That's okay. Let's leave it like this. Switch off the visibility of your sphere. Okay, now we're going to add the Plain-Effector. Plain-Effector. Make sure the Plain-Effector is added to your cloner. And by default, the Plain-Effector is affecting everything, and it's affecting the Y position of our clones. So we want to use the fall off. We're going to tell the fall off to be in a sphere shape like this. And if you move around the effector, you can see what it's doing. Everything inside of the shape is affected, but we have to resize our Plain-Effector to something like 200. I think 200 should work. Let's see. Go to the parameters and change the position. Going to use the that position. Bring it down, maybe like so. Go to the scale, go to uniform scale, and try something like -0.4. Maybe like so. Well, just play around with it. You will find a setting that's looking good, I think. Right, so if we move our Plain-Effector, you can already create a transition like this. Okay, but let's go to a fall off and use a spline curve here. Let's say something like this. Yeah, cool. So that's looking not too bad. Let's add a little bit of rotation to this. That's what I was after. So now you see, when the Plain-Effector is going its way, it will create a nice transition. So let's animate this in the first step here. Bring it back to 0. Let's go to frame 60 and set a keyframe for the position of the Plain-Effector. And go back to frame 0 and move it over, move it up, maybe here, somewhere around there. Maybe like this, and add a new keyframe. So when you play it back, you have already created your transition. So, and now we're going to work with the color settings. So go to your cloner, go to the transform settings, and here in the transform settings you can select the basic color for your clones. So let's set it to something black. Go to the Plain-Effector, and here in your Plain-Effector you can use a color mode, set it to user defined, and choose a new color. Let's use something bluish, like so. So you have a transition for the colors as well. Go to the fall off, bring it down a bit, like 25. Yeah, that's pretty close, I think. Cool. So, but what if you want to change not only the color, but if you want to have some kind of reflection on your material, or a bump map or something. So just create a new material. Go to the color channel and select a MoGraph color shader. We're not going to change anything here, but we're going to add, let's say, a little specular is good, and reflection, a little bit of reflection. Maybe 10%, and Fresnel with 40%, like so. So you're going to add it to your cube, and now you have cubes with reflection on it. Let's create a sky real quick. Sky, make a sky material, something like a gradient. 2D V, change grayish color, like so. Maybe add some turbulence. Put it on our sky, like so. Maybe tell the sky to be invisible, adding a compositing tag, uncheck seen by camera, add a background, make a new material for the background. I'm going to use a gradient, circular gradient. So the inside color should be something dark blue, and the outside color is black, like so. Okay, that's not looking too bad for me. So, and of course, it's always good to add a Delay-Effector to your animation if you want to have some secondary wobbling effect. So make sure it's added to the cloner. Go to the Delay-Effector, set it to spring, and maybe 70%, like so, and let's play back. Yeah, not too bad. So what else can we do? Maybe we can rotate our sphere a little bit. Maybe let's try. Like so, go to the end of the animation and type 90 degrees. What do we have? Okay, cool. Well, folks, basically, I think that's it. My folks, no, that's not it. I want to share an update with you. There was a guy watching my tutorial on Vimeo, and he posted a comment. His name is Nimrod Regraph. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but Nimrod, hello, you're in my tutorial now. And he mentioned that you can just use the standard sphere and extract the splines and then use it as an object for your cloner, blah blah blah. And you will have a closer result. You will have a result that's closer to the video copilot stuff. And so I will just real quick, I will show you how that works. And if you don't want to watch that add-on or update here, you can just go to that link I've posted and you can just download the scene file. Okay, so let's have a look in Cinema 4D. All we need is just a sphere, regular sphere, and just hit C to make it editable. Then choose the edge mode here, and we're going to use the UL shortcut. UL is for loop selection. So hit UL. No, like so. Oh. There it is. So by pressing Shift, you're just going to select all of them. Shift click. Right, shift click. And one last one, like so. And now you go to Mesh and go to Comments and say Edge to Spline. Oops. And once you did it, you have separated a spline object, and you can get rid of the sphere. We don't need that anymore. So there you have a spline. Or multiple splines, of course. And so all the rest is nearly the same as I told you before. Just make a new cloner with a cube, blah blah blah. Set the cloner into the object mode and drag in the sphere object. I can't see anything. Okay, sorry. There it is. So by default it looks like this. You have to add a Target-Effector. This is part of the MoGraph system. The Target-Effector should be just right in the axis center, because all of your clones will try to look at the Target-Effector. So, and you have to tell the cloner to use step distribution and set the step to something around 28. That will give you a very, very good result, actually. Well, you have some intersection, but it's, you can hide it. Just use the other side of your object and then you won't see anything of that. And the rest is just nearly the same. You have a Plain-Effector with a spherical fall off. And one thing I want to mention is that position is now turned around. It's not negative, it's positive. But the rest of it is just exactly the same. You can use the color mode and change the color of your clones, etc., etc., blah blah blah. So thanks Nimrod for mentioning that, and see you soon. Bye bye.